There are so many mortgage and real estate acronyms, it is not enough to just know what they mean. You have to pronounce them too, so you look smart. This video is here to help you pronounce those mortgage and real estate acronyms, and we turned it into a game. Get ready to play. I'm Dan Green with homebuyer.com, my NMLS 227607, our lender NMLS 423065. We are part of Novus Home Mortgage, a division of Exonia Bank. Read more about homebuyer.com in the video's description, including our lending coverage and some very important disclaimers. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This channel is full of excellent homebuyer education, which of course is different from legal, tax, and financial advice, which you can better find somewhere else because I am not a lawyer. This is a mortgage video. When you're ready to check your eligibility for a mortgage to get your mortgage pre-approved, you can do that online in about 3 minutes for eligible buyers at homebuyer.com/fast. Okay, acronyms. Here's the rules of the game. We'll put a word on the screen, an acronym, and then we're going to pause with the acronym on the screen. And your job in the few seconds allotted is to say the acronym out loud, how you think it's pronounced. And then we'll come back and we'll say the word the way it's actually pronounced with a definition. And we want to know your score. There are 36 acronyms in the game. If you get all 36, that's amazing. I don't think you will. Maybe you want to leave the score in the comments after. Let's get started. FSBO. FSBO stands for sale by owner. It's when a home seller sells their home without the use of a real estate agent. HMDA. HMDA stands for Home Mortgage Disclosure Act. It's a reporting law for banks and mortgage lenders that keeps mortgage lending fair and equitable. MLS. MLS stands for Multiple Listing Service. It's a platform real estate agents use for listing U.S. homes for sale. HUD. HUD is shorthand for Department of Housing and Urban Development. HUD manages national housing policies and programs and enforces fair housing laws for consumers. REO stands for Real Estate Owned. REO is property owned by a bank or lender after a default foreclosure. HELOC stands for Home Equity Line of Credit. A HELOC is a variable interest rate type of mortgage that works like a credit card. You can spend up and pay it down anytime you want with the equity in your home working as collateral. LE. LE stands for Loan Estimate. LE is a document that shows the estimated cost of a mortgage, the interest rate, the loan amount, the closing costs, so buyers can better compare offers. PMI. PMI stands for Private Mortgage Insurance. It's an insurance policy used with conventional loans backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. The homeowner pays to insure the lender against a home foreclosure. APR. APR stands for Annual Percentage Rate. It's a government calculation that's meant to show the true cost of a mortgage held to full term based on interest rate, closing costs, loan-related fees. FHA stands for Federal Housing Administration. It's an agency inside HUD that offers mortgage insurance to mortgage lenders on loans that meet the FHA's requirements. The FHA is not a mortgage lender. It's an insurance company. And now you know. ARM. ARM stands for Adjustable Rate Mortgage, and ARM is a mortgage where the interest rate starts at a teaser rate, which is usually low for some number of years and then changes over time based on the health of the U.S. economy. DTI. DTI stands for Debt to Income. Debt to income is a ratio of how much of a person's monthly income is committed to their monthly debts, like student loans, car payments, and housing. HOA. HOA stands for Homeowners Association. An HOA is an organization in a residential community that sets and enforces the rules for living in that community. PUD. PUD stands for Planned Unit Development. A PUD is a pre-planned community that incorporates a mix of residential, commercial, and industrial buildings, usually with space for parks and schools and flexible zoning to meet the needs of its residents. LTV. LTV stands for Loan to Value. It's the ratio of how much a homeowner is borrowing on their home and how much the home is worth. So when you use a no money down mortgage to buy your first home, your LTV is 100. NAR. NAR stands for National Association of Realtors. NAR is the trade organization for real estate agents. It sets ethical standards, provides educational resources, and lobbies in Washington for homeowners and homeownership rights. Bonus here, a NAR member is called a realtor. 2 syllables, realtor. There is no such thing as a realtor. COE. COE stands for Certificate of Eligibility. COE tells lenders the buyer meets the military service standards required to get their loan guaranteed by the Department of Veteran Affairs. LOX stands for Letter of Explanation. An LOX is a document that explains some non-obvious part of a buyer's mortgage application, like extra notes for any example. MBS. MBS stands for mortgage-backed securities. Mortgage-backed securities are the bonds that back the mortgage market that help determine your mortgage rate. CMA stands for Competitive Market Analysis. A CMA compares residential properties for sale to other similar homes for sale or recently sold to help inform a listing price decision. VA is shorthand for Department of Veteran Affairs. It's a government agency that serves active and retired military members and helps them transition to civilian life. The VA also cares for its members' dependents. PITI stands for Principal, Interest, Taxes, and Insurance. Those are the four components of a mortgage payment. When people talk about PITI, they're talking about the monthly costs of making payments on a home. USDA stands for U.S. Department of Agriculture. The USDA is the government agency that oversees farming, forestry, and food, but they also support affordable housing with 100% mortgages in non-urban parts of the country. That includes a lot of suburbs. AVM stands for Automated Valuation Model. An AVM combines a home's property records, location, and up-to-date area sales trends to determine a home's fair market value quickly and inexpensively. HECM stands for Home Equity Conversion Mortgage, although you may know it as a reverse mortgage. Reverse mortgages let homeowners 62 and over take home equity out as cash paid now with no payments due until the homeowner sells, moves out, or passes. FICO stands for Fair Isaac Corporation. FICO is a company behind FICO scores, which are one of the credit score types used in mortgage lending. NMLS stands for Nationwide Mortgage Licensing System. It's the centralized state and federal system and database that manages professional licenses and complaints on behalf of consumers. COO stands for Certificate of Occupancy. A COO is a government-issued document that attests that a home is suitable for living in, that it meets local building codes, and that a mortgage can be made on it. CFPB stands for Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The CFPB is a government agency that regulates financial services and products, including mortgages. The CFPB also enforces federal consumer financial laws and educates consumers about their rights. LAR stands for Loan Application Register. It's a record of all the mortgage applications made with no personally identifiable information about homebuyers in it, and everything that was on their loan. Was it approved? Was it denied? For how much money? At what interest rate? To a buyer of what racial identity? Of what age? LAR is authorized by HMDA, and it helps to enforce fair lending laws. We have a deep dive study on mortgage application data on the website. It's at homebuyer.com. You can see who's getting approved and who's not in every state, county, city, and neighborhood nationwide. That link is in the comments. SFR stands for Single Family Residence. An SFR is any home zoned for one household. That includes standalone homes, townhomes, row homes, condos, co-ops. Sometimes SFRs are simplified. They're just called one-unit homes, SFR. MIP stands for Mortgage Insurance Premium. It's what the monthly mortgage insurance paid on an FHA-backed mortgage is called. MIP is on FHA loans only. UFMIP stands for Upfront Mortgage Insurance Premium. Like the other MIP, UFMIP is paid on FHA loans only, but this version is paid upfront at closing, upfront MIP. P&I stands for Principal and Interest, the two components of a monthly mortgage payment. They're in the control of you and your lender, and it's based on your loan size, your interest rate, the length of your loan in years. RESPA stands for Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. It's a federal law that protects home buyers against anti-consumer behavior such as kickbacks and referral fees, and creates transparency and fairness in real estate transactions. Okay, so how'd you do? Did you get more than 10? Did you get all 36? Whatever you did, tell us about it. Post your score in the comments. Tell us what tripped you up. Remember, when you're prepping to start your search, to stop renting, start owning, to find out how much house you can afford, get a range of today's mortgage rates and any question that you have, starting with a pre-approval. Pre-approved buyers do better. I'm Dan with homebuyer.com. Happy home buying.